first guest this evening had us all glued to her screens and literally jumping up and down on our sofas as we willed her to a medal in Paris just a few weeks ago. And boy, did Mona McSharry deliver.
She absolutely did. Mona scooped bronze in the women's 100-metre breaststroke, and she joins us now to tell us all about it. Mona, you're so welcome to the 6 o'clock show.
Good evening. Oh my God, so excited.
You know what, Mona, it's so surreal seeing you. First of all, huge congratulations on the bronze medal. Are you still on cloud nine?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a while before I come back down, and I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, I'm taking a little bit of time in America right now just to kind of chill, and then I'll be going home and probably into a storm of excitement again, which is going to be great. But no, I mean, how could you not be just over the moon all the time after winning a medal? Like, it's just unbelievable.
Mona, take us back to the 100-metre breaststroke. You're walking about out to the pool, you're about to get in. What's going through your head in that moment?
You know, I'm definitely nervous, of course, and there was a huge atmosphere, like just so loud in the spectators, which was great, but definitely adds to the nerves a little bit because I haven't experienced anything just quite as loud as that. But I was just so excited to race. I mean, you know, once you make it to the final, it's kind of just, let's go. Let's see what we can do. I think it's harder almost to get through the rounds. And then once you make it to the final, you just have to try and beat as many of the other 7 competitors as you can.
And I say a lot of it comes down to also trusting yourself. And we heard as well in one of your interviews that your goggles filled up with water when you dove right in. I mean, what does one do in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I've seen swimmers where the goggles will slide off their face or both sides are full. So I had vision in one eye, so it's not too bad. I was just a little bit blind on this side of my radar, but I could still see a little bit of what was going on. And, you know, these things happen. It's not a hindrance. No race is perfect. You know, you might slip on the wall or you're a little bit slow off the block or your stroke count is off. Like, there's always going to be something that's a little off. And so you just kind of have to prepare and deal with it. And that's what training's about. You know, like, these things will happen in training and you just push through, and then you know that you've gotten through it before, and you just have to deal with it, deal with the cards we're dealt.
It's like, I love that. It's like each training session up until now has been that rehearsal. So you're ready for whatever comes your way. Now, you did also mention after the race that a couple of years ago, you were actually considering walking away from the sport. You were going to just literally hang up your goggles. Did that make kind of taking home a medal all that more sweet for you?
Yeah, yes and no. I think, like, after having that realization that I might have wanted to stop swimming, I really had to focus on why I do swimming. And it's because of the training. It's because of the day-to-day stuff that you do. And that has to be what motivates you the most, because that's what you do 95% of the time. I mean, the racing is such a small part of it. And so if you don't enjoy trying to get better and pushing your body really hard and seeing little areas where you can improve, then it's going to be really hard to stay in the sport. And then I look at, you know, racing and winning medals and competing and swimming fast as like a bonus on top of that, and try not to look at it as the be all and end all. And I think that mindset has really helped me out. But look, like, a medal that's what we're training for, is to be, you know, get your hands on the wall first at the end of the day. And so to be able to come away with a bronze medal is really exciting.
Of course. Now, you are a 2-time Olympian, first in Tokyo and then Paris. Do you think having that experience, that first-hand experience in Tokyo, helped you deal with the pressure and the enormity of the event?
I definitely think it did, and it also didn't. Like, just because the Tokyo Olympics was different in that it was a COVID Olympics, and there were a lot of things that were different from Paris. And I think every Olympics is going to be different because the venue is different. The transport to the pool is going to be different. And so you're always kind of experiencing it new. But knowing that I'd already gone to an Olympics, competed at that level, and raced against all the people that I was racing against in Paris, I think that gives me a lot of confidence to know that I've been here. I did well at the last ones. I made it to the final. I got eighth, and like to just use that as confidence, I guess, and to know that I belong there.
I'm imagining as well, obviously, this year's Olympics, so thankfully we were out of COVID, there was spectators and whatnot, but also it was in Europe. So not only did you have lots more Irish fans there, but your family presumably as well. Did that mean, like, did that really kind of boost you and propel you forward?
Oh, absolutely. It was the amount of people that traveled over, like including like my family. I had loads of cousins there, aunties and uncles. Like it was such a big squad of people that were there to support me. And then just Irish people in general that came over and were trying to get tickets. Like my mum said, the amount of people looking for tickets outside the stadium nights that I was racing, or like that other Irish athletes were racing, was a lot. And so that really warms my heart, because you still have to travel and you have to make it to Paris, and it's so nice to know that people want to come over and watch, even that my family want to come over and watch and spend 2 weeks over there. And it's nice that they get to enjoy the experience as well, and knowing that they're in the crowd, and even having them behind the podium when I was stepping up on the podium and being able to go over and give them a hug during that moment was just so nice, because normally they're quite far away. They're either at home or they're like up high in the stands. So having them right there was really nice, because I got to almost share that moment with them.
Mm-hmm. Was there a moment at all where it just hit you and you felt like you were really present and maybe caught off guard at all by the amount of support in the crowd?
Definitely. I think, honestly, winning the medal didn't even hit me until I was on the podium, I think, because it was just such a rush going. You see it on the board and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it. Like, I'm done. I'm third. Whoa. And then you kind of get rushed through media, and they want to get you onto the podium pretty quickly. And so you're moving all over the place and you don't really have a second to sit and think about it. And so once I stood on the podium and they were playing the South African anthem, and there was this song, they had a special song for all the podiums playing, and just took that moment to kind of look around and scan the crowd and see all the Irish flags. And it definitely hit me then. I was crying and just couldn't contain the emotion, but it was so nice.
Well, we were crying with you.
We were. Oh my God, it was such a roller coaster. I'm surprised you didn't hear us screaming. I mean, that's the thing. I feel like I can only imagine being in the Olympics is a roller coaster. And now we hear a lot of athletes talking about, the come down, the post-Olympic blues. How are you feeling now? It's been a couple of weeks.
I feel pretty good. I'm definitely probably a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of like media and stuff. I've just never experienced anything like this, but it's also amazing. Overwhelmed in a good way, I guess. But I'm trying to take my time and just let myself relax. I'm not going back to college this semester, and I'm taking a good amount of time off from swimming. So I have the freedom to do what I want, go for a walk with my dog, or just lie in bed and chill for the morning, or, do what I feel like I want to do. And I think that's going to be really helpful this time around, because last time I definitely maybe rushed back into training in school, and realized afterwards that was probably a mistake, and I probably needed a little bit more time just to kind of reset after the games. And so I'm glad I'm letting myself do that this time around.
Yeah, we're delighted to hear you're taking some time for yourself. Do you have any trips or holidays planned? Anything special?
Quite a lot, actually.
Good woman.
I'm so excited. I'm coming home on Saturday, so I'll be home for 2 weeks, just enjoying family time and getting to see everybody, and then coming back to America and doing a 3-month road trip with my best friend from Ireland. We're going to live in a van, me, my dog, and her, and we're going to go around the west coast of America.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Visit all the big national parks and stuff. So I'm very excited.
Oh, I love it, and you deserve it.
Well deserved.
Thank you
my
so
God.
much, Mona. It's been a pleasure chatting to you.
Thank you, Mona.